his man. Tries to get a backhander. Sliding through the crease was Albin and knock it away. Off the boards the far side. Here comes Slater. Oh, my. Just missed Ferranti on a break. It's going to come down to Blashill. He bangs it back the other way. Colburn picks up the puck in his own end. Right there with him is Cozzolino. Tony takes a look, tries to check him from behind. Little poke check there. Couldn't knock him down. And the puck comes now down to Albin. Albin off the boards near side. All the way up Sergin at center. He's just going to bring it back the other way into the Spartan end. Dropping it down now is Bogus, with the linesman right there with him. Bogus up to the blue line for Steve Ferranti. Spartans have just missed 2 or 3 breakaway passes at center ice. They keep this up. A heavy hit by Cozzolino as he rides his man into the board. And Ferranti finishes his check. There's a lead pass to center, just deflected into the Spartan zone. The Bulldogs make the change now as the play continues in the Spartan zone. Kozakowski on the left side, left there for Ferranti. Ferranti up ice on the left. Tip loose, high at center, taken down by Harleton. He stick handles it back into the zone. Spartans now have their line change completed. Into the zone comes Watt. It's going to be whistled down offside. And that'll bring the faceoff back outside the Ferris State zone with 7:15 to go here at scoreless hockey at Munn Arena.
Boy, I hope you're enjoying this one. We get some good action going on both ends of the ice. Well, these Bulldogs, they are a determined bunch. They just hang right in there and hang right in there. They're pretty scrappy. But probably one of the most impressive things that I've seen is their possession with the puck. Tape to tape, there's on the passes. These defensemen, they go back there, and although they're getting hounded, just and abused by our forechecking so far, they go back there with nonchalant, and they get that puck, and they don't make big mistakes with it.
Shot from center ice just a moment ago, again, right on the netminder, and Albin covers that one up as it just kind of slides to him. And there's again an example. I think the Spartans are taking shots on Blashill from just about any place on the ice. That shot a moment ago was taken right from the center ice face-off dot, right on Jeff Blashill, and the Bulldogs bring it back the other way for the face-off in the Spartan zone.
You know, I stand to be corrected here, Eric. I thought we were throwing the 4 lines at him right at the beginning, but we were rushing 3 lines at him, just line after line after line. We have yet to see the line of Curtis Gamel, Brian Clifford, and Mark Loading.
Yep.
Ron says, hey, we're going to go with our power, we're going to go with it, and we're going to die with it if we have to. We're going to make sure something's going to click for us.
There's a quick shot right off the faceoff from the middle of the slot. It's knocked aside, goes loose behind the net. Irwin taken out of the play. Harleton right there with him. Harleton bangs it off the board. She tried to move it around, but not quite enough. Kozakowski, he's in the way of Irwin, who finally comes up with a puck. Irwin stick handles along the corner to the far side. This time it's Kozakowski taking him out. Now it's up to York. Watt, rather. He couldn't get it out of the zone. Kozakowski still doing a dance in the corner with Irwin. They didn't even move, and the puck came right back to him. Here now the Spartans. Anson Carter comes up with it. Anson looking for the long lead pass at center for Watt. Just missed him. Bulldogs had 3 guys back to cover up that opportunity. You could see it develop, and Anson's eyes were wide open as he was looking for Watt, trying to get clear at center ice. Here it is again, tipped into the zone by Watt. A good job. We'll get no icing here. York follows it up into the corners, far side with Roach. Can't get there. The Spartans look to complete their line change. Michael Watt on the far side. Colburn has it now for the Bulldogs. Off the boards for Harris. Hits him off the shoulder. Comes down to Bogus. Knocked down by Barrett. Sean Barrett has it. Over the line with a drive. High over the top of the net and in the glass and near side. Bogus charges in and keeps it in play, but it's cleared out by Bell. Smith inside his own blue line for Crane. Back over to Chris Smith. 5:40 to go here in the first period. Smith at center ice. Gets right through the defense. Looks to fire one high over the top of the net. He had him beaten, but it was off the mark. Back the other way come the Spartans once again. This one's lifted high outside the blue line. Brian Fleming has it there to bring it back in. Sidesteps a check, and good job, and tipped into the zone once again. Spartans still doing the effective forechecking here on Keys with Colburn right there with him. Colburn has the puck. Brings it this way behind his net. Now he takes a look, brings it up on the right side. Can't get it out. Kept in Harleton. Throws it at the net. Right there at the right time was Andy Roach to break that one up. Good defensive play by Andy Roach. And we've got a whistle with 5:07 to go and another icing call against Ferris.
Boy, we're seeing some good action, Eric. Both teams are playing very fundamentally sound. Moving that puck up and down the ice, some crisp passing, some good possession play. Getting some good opportunities, playing good defensively. It's all coming out right now, Eric. We have 5:07. This has been a pretty quick period. What a pretty fast-paced game.
Well, we see all kinds of hockey, and obviously this is the best for the fans' point of view and from the players and coaches' point of view, I'm sure. It's just up and down action, good solid defensive play, positional play, good solid goaltending when called upon, and it really makes for an exciting game, which is what we have right here. Muldoon tried to find his man going in over the line. That was Bennett, couldn't find him. Albin has the loose puck behind his net up on the left side. That pass left in the slot, cleared out of there. Bennett couldn't get there in time. Hunt keeps it in behind the net. Scrambling play picked up by Michigan State, Steve Ferrante. Ferrante up now for Keys. Looks for the pass at center for Adams. Just tipped into the zone. Adams races his man and goes into the line offside. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment.
You know, there's a lot of automobile dealers, but only one can sell the most new and used cars and trucks. Only one can have the lowest prices or highest trade-in allowances or best financing. Only one automobile dealer can have the largest sales staff or the most awards for customer satisfaction. Only one can have the biggest service facility, parts inventory, or the most advanced body shop or longest service hours. What's amazing is, it is only one, Shaheen Chevrolet. All that, only one. Get more than you expected. See Shaheen's.
Dave, Payne has been out there. We're back. About ready to get another face-off going here. Joey Campbell, you're just looking over the lineups, and both coaches seem to stand with the veteran legs out there.
Well, Ferris is throwing in that fourth line every now and then. I mean, that could be a big factor when it comes down to the third period. Michigan State is running with all three, or with just their top three, and hoping for the best. Ferris, they're throwing out that fourth line, spelling some of their big guys every now and then.
White Parrish over skates it, coming back the other way. The Spartans try to keep it in the zone. Ferris up there to kick it out. A good job. Mike Watt was all tangled up with his defensive partner, who took him out of the play. Carter crashes into the boards at far side, trying to keep it in play. It does. Comes here to the near side for York. He over skates it. Irwin comes in to pick it up. Right there with him with a heavy hit as Watt kept in by Kozakowski. Dropped into the corner. York has it now for Watt. Watt tried to get a pass through. That's knocked down by Hodel. And up with it here is Hunt. Irwin has it for Ferris State. He's in over the line. It's whistled offside. And we've got another stoppage of play, and Harleton says you don't shoot the puck after the whistle blows. And again, I think that's one of those situations. There's so much noise and background in the stands, plus what's going on the ice. You didn't hear it because he didn't put a lot on it. He took a lot off of it at the last second, Joe.
Well, that's exactly right. And he came across the line and just wanted to let that quick shot go. But nevertheless, there's a lot of tension out there on the ice, Eric, and any little thing is going to rock the boat, if you will, and upset the other. So they're going to defend their goalie.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a pair here, too.
I'm sure we got coincidentals.
Yeah, this might be more.
39 down, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike, 2 minutes roughing, 6 white, 2 minutes roughing. Pause we put up is a 2 minute unsportsmanlike. We'll get somebody over here to sit with him.
Wow, that's
a double.
Yeah, I can't think. In a game like this, I'm surprised he gave him that, Eric. He's giving me unsportsmanlike for throwing it on the net.
Yeah.
Felt he could have held up a little bit. That's a tough call. You don't usually see that happen in a game like this.
Well, it's happened about 3 times tonight. I think that was the 3rd time, Joe. The first 2 were one at each end. And this one was a Ferris State player, and apparently Shaga said that's enough.
Well, let's talk about it. You know, you have one of the things that people talk about, well, the officiating's been questionable this weekend. I don't feel that's been a problem at all. I think overall they've done a pretty fair job. You know, if you want to talk about it, I mean, Michigan State is 1 for 14 on the power play, and Ferris is 2 for 10. So Ferris has had 10 opportunities, and Michigan State has had 14. So Michigan State has obviously had more opportunities than Ferris, so you can't really question the referee with those type of stats.
That's what the scoreboard looks like from the rafter cam. Up close and personal right there. Scoreless hockey, 4 minutes to go here in the first period. The Spartan power play takes the ice on the double minor.
1 for 14. That's a big key in this series,
yes.
Eric. Boy, we've really struggled this year on that power play.
Power play is, what, about 18.5%, 19%. And that's well below those figures, of course. And that's been a concern of Coach Mason all year. It's been as low as 14 or 15%. They've managed to work it up to that 19% area as the season has progressed. So it has come along. You're looking for about 20 to 22% as an ideal situation throughout the season. Spartan power play on the ice. Let's see if they can convert. Barron ties up his man in the corner, comes back to the point man. York takes a look, swings it over far side, throws it at the net, knocked down in front. A good job by Parrish in the right place at the right time. Back to the point again here to York. York over to Tuzzolino. Couldn't handle that one. Now loose at the far side. Passarelli has it, clears the zone.
Well, it's nice to see a couple of those opportunities last night. York was doing a great job in the latter half of the game of just doing a wrist shot, little flip shot, whatever he could to get the puck. To get the puck on net. That's a silly play there. The Ferris player just went right by the puck. Waddy came busted in. I think Waddy could have had the puck, but
he went for the player instead.
Yeah, but you can't blame a guy for hustle. He's determined. He wants to go out there and pick somebody off. He did exactly that. Parrish, he's the same guy. He logs a lot of ice time. He's one of the big, strong defensemen for Ferris. But how many times did we see him get rocked the last night?
I know, and we've talked about that all weekend. He has been an absolute rock at that blue line for Coach Bob Daniels. Take a look at this hit by Michael Watt.
You're going to see it and watch it. He doesn't even touch the puck yet. He's just going to get there. That's interference.
No doubt about that.
It's also a lecking he did too. Ouch.
So the face-off comes outside the zone. Now we're 4-on-4 for 1:16.
Well, if that doesn't get the cobwebs out of here, the butterflies out of here, I don't know what does.
I'll tell you what, a game like this, if Dwight Ferris didn't have him out by then, he's not going to get him out. This is something else. 3 minutes to go, scoreless hockey, 4-on-4 situation. Fans are booing, but that was a good call. Here to the near side, Colborne now. Bothered there by York. Andy Roach just lifts it up to the blue line for Bennett. Bennett skates it in over on his opposite number 7, Chris Smith. It takes him out of the play. It's flipped back to Carter. Carter's got good speed with Colburn and Roach back there to cover. It's inside of Roach, breaking to the net is Bogus. He couldn't come up with a puck. It's loose behind the net for Bell.
Boy, he's a steady performer, that Roach.
And here he is. Andy Roach finds Bell on the right side. Going after it is York. He tries to find the angle. Takes it away from him. Good job back checking by York. They're 2-on-3 in a line. York a quick shot. Comes up with the shot himself off the leg and brings it back into the zone.
Boy, he's had a good weekend in York.
Michael has a very strong games all weekend. He hasn't got any points to show for it, unfortunately, but boy, he's had the opportunities both Friday and Saturday night, and a goaltender by the name of Jeff Blashill that kept him off the scoreboard. Spartans now try to keep it in. Brought back for Roach. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Bulldogs are just waiting to get their power play on the ice. 2 minutes exactly to go here in the first period, and the Bulldogs are the 40-second power play. See if the Spartans can bottle them up. Here's Colburn. Comes right through center. Roach right there with him. That pass intercepted. Roach has to come up with a loose puck.
Well, they're pretty nonchalant.
Yes, they are.
Right now. It's not their usual go after him type of a power play that they've had the first couple of games.
Roach finally throws it into the zone. There to pick it up is Kozakowski, and that's going to be an offside, or?
Yep.
Like an offside, yes, against Ferris State. 19 seconds to go in the power play for the Bulldogs. 19 seconds to go, and the interference call to Michigan State's Michael Watt. 1:38 to go. First intermission coming up for you. Again, Scott Moore will have the first intermission features. Chat with Coach Mason. Out-of-town scoreboard, and we've got trivia. This is a good trivia question tonight. You'll like this one, fans. Minute 38 before we get to that. Passarelli in the circle. Wins that draw, controlled by Ferris. Here to the near side for Sergat. Sergat brings it up, just fires it into the far corner. Chasing it down, Kozakowski. He goes to get it off the boards into the corner and out. Good job kept in by Roach. There's Andy Roach over for Sergat. It bounces over his stick, and the Spartans are back to full strength as Sergat drives it back into the zone. Minute 15 to go here in the first period. Andy Roach tees up a shot. It's knocked out in front. It's loose and covered up by Tad Albin, and Kozakowski is all over his man in front of the ice. He wasn't going to get a stick on that loose puck. No way.
I guess
that was
not.
Bell. Or rather, Hunt, Gordy Hunt. Woo, he was buried.
Yeah, he labeled him. He hit him pretty good, but unfortunately hit him a little bit right into our netminder, Albin. Albin was able to stay focused and picked up the loose puck. There you see another shot from the rafter cam. The fans are on their feet. They're clapping to the fight song. A lot of excitement going on here tonight. They want to see the Spartans move on to the Joe. Give us another whack at the Wolverines.
Face-off controlled by Ferris. Back to the blue line. Spartans try to get it out. Durante does. Goes into the Spartan bench. And that one's knocked down for another quick face-off. We're down to minute 8. 68 seconds to go here in the first. What an exciting period it's been. Pretty much dominated by Michigan State, but Ferris has been there with their opportunities. between the Spartans' defense and some good goaltending and a few lucky bounces at both ends of the rink. We're still scoreless as we approach the end of the first period. Coach Mason makes the last line change here.
Why not? Throw out the power. He's got the big boys. Hanson Carter, Michael Watt, and Mr. York. We've already talked about. Boy, he sure has been hustling out there. And Hanson's been a little snake bit again. He came up with that power play goal last night, but other than that, it's been a pretty quiet 4 weeks for him.
Oh, boy, they've been working tonight, though. Hopefully it'll pay off. Over on the far side, picked up. Watt, a drive! And a big blocker save by Blashill. Bounces loose to the side of the net.
He's just getting a piece of it. He's not handling them solidly.
Roach now very deliberate behind his net. 1 minute to go in the period. Up on the far side. Taking a look all the way down. It'll be an icing call here against Ferris, and that's one the Spartans will take and bring it back into the other end of the rink.
Boy, I don't understand that. Roach is their main man back there, and he's just kind of holding on to it like putting the stall on so he can get out of this period.
We mentioned just a moment ago about Michael York and his weekend here. Joy, it hardly seems possible. It was 5 months ago. The green and white game was here. He scored a couple of goals in that green and white game, and everybody was saying then they were looking for good things from this young man throughout the season. He's done a great job. Number 61 for Michigan State.
Yeah, you look at the big pluses this year. Kozakowski, Bogus, York. They've all had a great year. Played extremely well for freshmen.
Here's Kozakowski in charge on the left side. Takes it up to the line, goes in over the line, back out to the neutral ice area. Tyler Harleton has to come back and cover, bangs it off the boards, but not out, keeping in a quick shot, knocked down in front by Crane. 20 seconds to go. Crane has Keys with him. They're 2-on-2. Straight into play is Behrens. He just tipped it into the corner. Keys goes after it. He tried to bring it out to Behrens and does. He tried a centering pass. He's tied up in the corner. 10 seconds to go. Here come the Bulldogs. Try to clear it up. Ice they do. This is Hodel. He fires a long rising shot that handled by Chad Albin with no problem. Enjoy a very exciting period of hockey action here at Mon Arena. We end up with goose eggs on the board, up and down the rink.
Well, it certainly was fundamentally sound. A well-played hockey game at both ends. Michigan State came out the first 10 minutes. It was all the Spartans. Blashill shut them down again, but Ferris mounted a little bit of attack themselves. But again, Chad Albin held in strong. Just a good game, both ends of the ice, Eric, and we're still not at zeros.
And Scotty Moore stands in there strong with our first intermission coming up for you. Make sure you stay tuned to TCI Sports coverage of Spartan Hockey 96.
You know, there's a lot of automobile dealers, but only one can sell the most new and used cars and trucks. Only one can have the lowest prices or highest trade-in allowances or best financing. Only one automobile dealer can have the largest sales staff or the most awards for customer satisfaction. Only one can have the biggest service facility, parts inventory, or the most advanced body shop or longest service hours. What's amazing is, it is only one. Shaheen Chevrolet. All that, only one. Get more than you expected. See Shaheen's.
TCI's coverage of The Road to the Joe is brought to you by Jiffy Lube, Lansing Auto Glass, Douglas Signs, Scott Adams, The Stripe Man, and Campbell Catering. TCI Cable wishes to thank all of our sponsors for this year's Road to the Joe coverage.